In this drum lesson, I'm going to be taking you through a program I call the Ultimate Drumming Hand Speed Workout. The beauty of this drum program is that it's 100% done for you. It is dummy proof. There's no guesswork. It's 8 exercises. I'm going to demonstrate each one of them. I'm going to give you the time frame that you need to play them. I'm going to give you the schedule that you need to play them and for how long. It is all there done for you. All you have to do is commit to working through it. As you watch this video, you may want to download the PDF workbook that I've included. The link is below. This is going to have all of the sheet music for the exercises. It's going to have your daily routine. It's going to have a calendar so you can track your practice times. It's going to have a BPM tracker so that you can track where you are with your speed. And it's also going to have a time sheet where you can look at how much time you need to be playing each exercise. Like I said, the link is below. You can download it and follow along while you're watching this video. But here's the thing. The only thing I need from you is a commitment. I did everything else. I need you for 30 days to diligently show up, track your progress, and I promise you, you're going to be amazed at the results you get. 3 very important points before I break out the first exercise. The first one is speed is a natural byproduct of learning something well. The students in my online drum school hear me say this all the time. So go slow with these exercises at first. Make sure you learn them very well. Make sure you're giving the notes the proper spacing and the proper timing. Make sure that your articulation is even, accents are up when they need to be up and down when they need to be down. A small discrepancy in timing at a slow speed is going to be very sloppy when we play it at a fast speed. Sometimes the fastest way forward in our drumming is to go backwards just a little bit. The second point is this program is probably going to pinpoint some problem areas in your drumming. I write my exercises specifically so it will do that for my students. I have students all the time in my online drum school tell me, hey, this exercise really pinpointed this, it pinpointed it. I'm like, exactly, I write it that way. So you may be going through an exercise and you may start to discover, oh man, this is a technique issue. Like I have an underlying problem foundationally. The fastest way forward, again, is to go backwards a little bit and address that technique problem. Now, that's not what this video is about. This video is about a program that will help your drumming speed. I have programs for that in my online drum school. You can check that out on my website, Drum Better Daily program. I have Hand Technique 101 and Hand Technique 102, which are deep dives into hand technique. So if you have those problems, I do have resources for that. But be honest with yourself and understand if it's pinpointing a problem in your drumming, because that's why I write these exercises the way I do. And the third important point you gotta know, we're about to get started with this first exercise, is avoid large jumps in BPM. I suggest increasing the speed on each exercise 1 to 2 BPMs at a time until you can perform it successfully at that tempo. A surefire way for failure is to try to go 10 BPMs at a time. Remember the old saying, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Only increase 1 to 2 BPMs at a time. There are 8 exercises in this program. You're gonna play each exercise for 2 minutes, and that's gonna be a 16-minute program, or you're gonna play each exercise for 4 minutes, and that's going to be roughly a 32-minute program every day. The first exercise, I call it singles train ride, and you're like, Steven, why are you naming these exercises? Look, I've been teaching online now for over 15 years. I'm tired of saying exercise 1. So this one's called singles train ride. It feels like it speeds up and then it feels like it slows back down, just like a train ride. All right, here we go. The first measure is alternating 8th notes, 1 and 2 and we play that 2 times. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The second measure of this exercise is triplets, right, left, right, left. Again, alternating. We're gonna play that measure 2 times. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first 2 measures. We play the first measure twice, second measure twice. The next measure is we're gonna have a measure of alternating 16th notes. And again, you'll notice a pattern. We're gonna play that measure twice. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4. The next measure, we're gonna again repeat it twice. This is a measure of sextuplets. That means there's going to be 6 notes per quarter note. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and. we're gonna play that measure twice, and they're gonna be alternating. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The next measure is a measure of alternating 30-second notes. That means there's 8 notes per quarter note. That's twice as fast as 16th notes. And we're going to play that measure 4 times, just so we can play the 30-second notes as long as we're playing all of the other things in this exercise. I'm going to play 2 measures of that for you. 3E and a 4E and a 2, 3, 4, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. After we play that measure 4 times, we're going to then go back down to sextuplets and play that measure 2 times. Then back down to sixteenths, play that measure 2 times. Then back down to triplets, play that measure 2 times. Then back down to 8th notes, play that measure 2 times. So it's going to be 8th notes, triplets, sixteenths, sextuplets, 30-second notes, 30-second notes, sextuplets, 16th notes, triplets, 8th notes. I'm going to demonstrate this entire exercise at 65 BPM. 3 and 4 and. The second exercise is very similar in form to the first one, but it focuses on doubles, and it's called double train right. I know, a real original name after the first one, right? The first measure again is 8th notes. We're going to play it twice, but they're going to be doubles instead of singles. Right, right, left, left. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. The second measure is triplets, but we're going to be alternating. So we have a 2-note sticking over a 3-note subdivision. That creates a little bit of a polyrhythm, so some of you will have a little trouble counting this, and that may be your hindrance, but just work through it. We're going to play that measure twice. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, triplet, triplet. The third measure is 16th notes, but we're playing them doubles. Right, right, left, left. We play it twice. 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The fourth measure, we're going to play it twice again. It's sextuplets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth measure is going to be 30-second notes. Again, that's twice as fast as 16th notes, and we're going to play them double strokes. 3E and a 4E and a 2, 3E and a 4E and a 1, 2, 3E and a 4E and a. Now that measure, just like the last time, we'll play it 4 times. Then we're going to go back down. Sextuplets for 2 measures, 16th notes for 2 measures, triplets for 2 measures, 8th notes for 2 measures. All right, exactly like the first exercise. I'm going to play it for you at 65 BPM. 3 and 4 and. Exercise number 3 is called table for 1. And it's going to focus on individual hands. So the first measure is 16th notes, but all played with the right hand. 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. We're going to play that measure twice. The next measure is 16th notes, but it's all played on the left hand. Play that measure twice. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3, 4. Okay, now the third measure, we're going to change time signatures for a couple measures, right? So we're going to play in 3/4. Not too hard. We're just going to count to 3 instead of 4. And again, it's going to be all on the right hand, and we repeat the measure. 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a. The next measure, still in 3/4, we're going to play all of them on the left hand. 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a. For the next measure, we're back in 4/4. And a lot of you are like, whoa, this is a lot of information. That's 100% why I have the PDF workbook available for you for free. It's all done for you. But if you're getting a little confused and like, wait, what's going where? Download that. It's there to help you. All right, this next measure, we're going to play 2 beats of 16th notes with the right hand, 2 beats with the left hand, and we're going to repeat that. 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. This next measure, we're going to play twice, and it's going to be 1 beat of 16ths with the right hand, 1 beat of 16ths with the left hand, then the right, then the left. 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next measure, it's 1 measure of 16th notes that we're going to repeat, so we play it twice, but they're double strokes. 4E and up, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The last measure is going to be 3 beats of 32nd notes, alternating, right, left, and then we're going to have a quarter note on beat 4. We play that measure twice. 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4. 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4. I'm going to play this entire exercise for you at 65 BPM. Play along with me if you can. Here's a quick tip for you. As we're going through these exercises, when you're playing them slowly, you're going to find that there's a lot more wrist involved and a lot more controlled strokes. Once we speed them up, we have to start utilizing rebound, which sometimes can mean that our doubles get a little bit sloppy, so we have to watch for that. But just understand, when it's slower, there will be more controlled strokes with the wrist. Once we speed up, we're going to have a lot more rebound using the fingers and the natural rebound of the stick. 3 and 4 and. Number 4 is called Don't Hurt Yourself. I know, look, it's a cheesy drummer joke. That's all I got. We're going to play this one for 2 to 4 minutes, just like the others. And it's going to utilize a lick called the Herta. All right, so we're going to be in a 16th note grid. That means the underlying subdivision is 16th notes, 3E and 4E and. But we're going to play a couple of groupings of 2 32nd notes, alternating hands. On beat 1, we have 2 32nd notes. E and is 2 16th notes. So it goes 1 E and, 1 E and. Then we're going to repeat that 3-note pattern 5 times. Okay? So it's going to go 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and. Add an extra right hand on the end to round out the 16th notes. Now with this exercise, it's naturally going to turn the sticking around so it starts on the left hand the second time through. Let me demonstrate that without a click and then I'll put it to a click. 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Here it is at 65 BPM with a click. Play along with me if you can. 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Exercise 5 is called the diddle turnaround, and the layout of this exercise is going to be exactly like the layout of number 4, except instead of playing a herta, we're going to play double strokes on those 32nd notes. So beat 1 goes 1, E, and because we played a double stroke, that means the second double stroke that comes with those two 32nd notes on the of 1 is going to be on the left hand. 1, E, and 2, E. And 3 E and Now beat 4, it's a little special. It's going to play a modified paradiddle. So it's going to go 2 rights, right, right, left, right, right. So 2 32nd note rights and then a left, right, right. 4 E and we play that right, right on the end in 16th notes to turn it around so it starts on the left hand the second time we play it through, and it alternates every time we play it. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E, right, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, and 3, 4. Number 6 is called mind the, in parentheses, double gap. The underlying grid of this exercise is going to be 16th notes. The first measure, we're going to play 2 32nd notes on the of every beat, 1 E and the rest are going to be alternating 16th singles. So 1 E and 2 E and We play that first measure. Again, we play it twice. 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and We play that measure twice. Go to the next measure, which we're also going to play that measure twice. And remember, each of these exercises we're playing for 2 minutes or 4 minutes, depending on if you want a long exercise or a short exercise. The second measure, first 2 notes of each beat are going to be 16th notes, 1 E. The next 2 16th notes are going to be 32nd notes. So 1 E doubles and 1 E and We do that for every beat. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and We're going to repeat that measure and play it twice. The third measure, each beat only has 1 16th note, and then we're going to play 3 sets of double 32nd notes. So 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and We're going to play that measure twice. And then the last measure, we'll also play it twice, and it's going to be 3 beats of 32nd notes, double strokes, and on beat 4, we're playing an accented quarter note. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. We play that measure twice. Let's play this whole exercise together, 65 BPM. 3 and 4 and... Exercise number 7 is mind the singles gap. So the layout and the format of the exercise, and you may be seeing a pattern here. I like to make things somewhat simple when it comes to the exercises and the layout of them. So a lot of these exercises will be not repeats of the others, but very similar in form, and we're doing a little something different with them. So this one's going to be very similar in form to exercise number 6. Instead, it's utilizing single strokes, which means every beat is going to turn the sticking around in this first measure. So it goes 1 E and 3/16 notes, 1 E and then 2 32nd notes that are alternating, but it's a left-right, so that turns it back around, and the second beat starts on your left. 1 E and left, 2 E and now we're back on the right, 3 E and back on the left, 4 E and 1 E and left E and right E and left E and We play that measure twice. The second measure has 2 16th notes followed by 4 32nd notes on each beat. Now because of the way this lays out, it's not going to turn the sticking around every beat. It'll stay on the right hand. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and We repeat that measure twice. Then third measure, we're going to play 1 and then 3 16th notes of 32nd notes. So 1 E and Now what do you notice? It turns it around. The second beat starts on the left hand. 1 E and 2 E and right E and left E and And the last measure is going to be 3 beats of alternating 32nd notes with a quarter note on beat 4. We play that twice. Something you'll notice about this exercise is I wrote there's a number 1 and number 2 sticking. So when we play back through the exercise, start with your left hand on this particular exercise. So play it all the way through on the right hand and then come back, play left hand lead. It'll make sense when you're looking at the sheet music. Let me play that last measure for you. 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. Here's exercise 7 at 65 BPM. 3 and 4 and Now we've got number 8, that rebound life. The first measure is going to be 16th notes, and we're going to be utilizing rebound stroke. A lot of you will know it as the Moeller stroke or a 3-stroke Moeller. Sanford Moeller taught it, Jim Chapin taught it. So it's going to be 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and We're going to play that measure twice. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and The second measure is going to be 32nd notes with the same underlying skeleton, but now we're going to play it 32nd notes with 2 accents. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and We only play that measure once. We stop, then we turn it around to the left hand. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E. In this exercise number 8, we'll play the first measure twice, and the second measure we only play it 1 time. Then you need to stop the exercise and turn the sticking around. So there's 2 stickings written under this. The first time through the whole thing, we play it on the right hand. The second time through the whole thing, we play it with a left hand lead. Let's play that together at 65 BPM. 3, 4. now I need a commitment from you. Put it in the comments. I'm in for 30 days. Again, the sheet music program is downloadable. It's free. It's all done for you. And if you find you need some help in your drumming, maybe this exposes some hand technique things that you need help with. Maybe you're just needing a teacher with a more personal touch in an online program. I'd love to have you in my online drum school, the Drum Better Daily program. You can find that linked below. We've got thousands of students around the world. I meet with them weekly, and I'd love to have you be a part of that.